Oh my god, that was a banger. Yeah, no? I don't know. I don't know. It sound like I'm Australian.
So we're at Serenity right now. Your boy learned a few new tricks. I'm gonna show you right now. I learned back disasters. Well, just better. I look better doing this. How was that?
That was good. Oh my god, that was a banger. Yeah, no? I don't know. I don't know. It sound like I'm Australian. But you know, we out here just freaking shredding the gnar. You suck. Look at, when Raymond comes back, I'm gonna zoom in on his kneecaps and look at his pad line. It's the fattest farmer's tan pad line ever. A disaster! Yeah, no! Righteous! Righteous! Oh! The bangers! Oh! Eagles!
I almost died.
Oh! Everyone is so good! Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh! Here he goes! Here we go! Oh! Black cap! Oh! This ain't Thanksgiving, it's freaking Easter. Wait, what sounds do bunnies make?
Bunnies?
Yeah.
Arf. Whoa. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. You know you boys had to hit that dairy. It's so hot today. That's why we're not really riding that much anymore right now, because it is really, really warm. So I'm sorry for not a ton of riding clips, but we rode a little bit yesterday, rode a little bit today. We're trying to make it okay, but you know your boys gonna be riding this week with Nitro and all that, but we got Steve over here, but we need to carry the day on. So one thing I've done, like pretty much my whole life, is I keep a lot of the things that I think that I think might be special when I grew up. And obviously, like, I've been scootering for a really long time, like over 13 years. And I've come across a lot of things. You guys obviously saw my video yesterday about all my scooters, and if you didn't see it, go check it out. I just posted it yesterday. It's about everything, pretty much everything that I own. Well, at least a fraction of it. That's at my house, at least. All the stuff that I own, that's my scooter stuff, is at my house. But the one thing that I don't have at my house, and I keep it at my mom's house because I don't want anything to happen to it, is my very first scooter. Now, my very, very first scooter, just like a lot of other people, was a Razor. And at that time, that was really all that there was. Razor was the head of the game. That was the game. This was the only real company in the game. After that, I ended up getting a Nora Car 3, which is like kind of a knockoff of a Razor sort of thing. But I want to show you guys what my scooter was at first. Now, before I bring it out, it's just the deck and it's destroyed. When you're that age, when you're like, you know, 8 years old, whatever. I mean, I was a little bit older than that, but when you're around that age, I was 13 at the time. You don't really have any sense of like taking care of your things, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was just being a kid, but I'll show you guys right now. This is the scoot. Obviously, like I said, it's nothing super special, but to me, it's extremely special. You can obviously see it was just a Razor. I stickered it all up with all kinds of stickers. I destroyed it, but you know, I got monster stickers on the bottom. When you're a kid, like, you're all about that kind of stuff that you can get for free, and I used to get stickers for free from my friends or whatever, or people on the block. I absolutely dismantled this thing. Like, you can see, like, I totally like snapped it right here and everything. It's all cracked up, and I rode this thing for like years and years and years before it actually did end up breaking. And this was like the deck that I learned how to do like a tail whip on. I couldn't bar spin. The only trick I could do was a tail whip, and it took me like a couple years to learn. So for those of you guys that are thinking like, if I can't tail whip within the first month, I'm crap, that's not true. It took me 2 years to learn how to do a tail whip, and now I'm a pro and I've been doing it forever. So it's really just all about your determination. And this deck right here, I remember what the scooter used to look like. You know, I had a blue wheel back here, I had a red wheel up front on the fork, I had a fireball sticker on the head tube, and I had green grips on it. It was just all kinds of different colors, but to me, that was so special. This is extremely special to me, and this is really what I learned a lot more than just scootering on. This is what I learned, commitment, I learned determination, all on this scooter day by day for years. And it's extremely special to me. I'm really sad that I can't really ride it anymore, even though if it was an actual somewhat of riding condition, I still wouldn't ride it because of the fact that it's so special. Just like I've told you guys a couple times, a lot of the parts that I have, I will never ride again. Mainly because if I did break them, I would feel horrible. It's crazy how old this thing is and how long I've had it, and the fact that I still have it is awesome. So if you guys have your first scooter, keep it forever, because when you get to be my age or a little bit older or younger or whatever, you end up being pro or you don't end up being pro, this is a huge chapter of your life. And having this and being able to look back and just remember the times and the memories that you made on this thing is amazing. And the fact that I can still do that with not only this scooter, but all the other scooters that I have at my house right now, and the scooters that I have at Scooter Zone, and the scooters that I have at my mom's house, my dad's house. The fact that I can go and grab those scooters, and I can come back and look at the drawings or the stickers that I put on the grip tape and remember exactly why I did that and what day it was, and remember the designs I drew or the things that I put on there and where I got them. All that kind of stuff is extremely special, and you guys will be so thrilled that you actually kept this. Like, I cannot tell you how happy I am that I actually kept this scooter. This is where it all started. This is it. This is the one scooter that I rode first. I remember getting this. This was the very first scooter that you could get. This is what you call an old A. That's what we call them, an old A. Essentially, it's a Razor A model. It was a completely square deck. There's not much foot room. If I put my hand on here, you know, almost my hand is covering more than half of the deck. You know, you had this is where they always used to break, was this back weld right here. That thing would snap, your wheel would fly off, and that was it. These had the thicker brake on here too. I used to have a little monster sticker right here, which I do remember, but it obviously got burned off because of the fact that when you hit your brake, the heat comes out and everything. But this one ended up snapping on the front, as I've already said. But yeah, this thing is amazing. And after this, I had another A model, like an old A, just like this. But I ended up losing it, or it got stolen or something, which I was pretty bummed about. So I ended up, after this, riding pro models pretty much the entire time, all the way up until I got on a couple of teams. I ended up getting some scooters and stuff like that, which were aftermarket, because this was before, okay, so you gotta think, this is before Razor A models, which is what you guys see in Toys R Us now, with like the kind of oval looking style deck, like the shape with the end is like, just like one piece of it hangs off. This one obviously has like kind of a little bit of a taper like this. The other one's just an edge. Those have been around forever, but this was before that. So those weren't even out. Those weren't even thought of yet. This is the first pro scooter, not pro, but the first kick scooter to actually come out. This is it. So, and the fact that I have one of these is just amazing. I've seen a couple more, not a lot though. I remember obviously riding with a lot of my friends back in the day, and they all had them, but there aren't many of these. I can tell you that for a fact right now. And I've seen one brand new one still in a box, and I would love to have it, but trying to get that off of their hands, because it is, I'm not gonna say who it is or where it is, but I couldn't get it from them. I tried, but it wasn't happening. But I do still want to get one of these. So there's a few things on my bucket list that I want to get. One of them being my tech deck, my Raymond Warner tech deck, and another one being a brand new Razor Old A, and a couple of brand new Yaks. Or if you guys ever saw the old, so a lot of the guys watching this, probably like 90% of you, won't know what the old Micro Extreme metalcore wheels were like. That was the very first metalcore wheel ever, and I had one at one time, but I ended up giving it to my friend Tuan because I wanted something else that he had. I think he gave me 2 wheels for that one, and at the time, you know, they were kind of a dime a dozen. Like, everybody had them. I couldn't get them because when I was a kid, I was like, the family was like super broke, super poor kind of thing. So having one was amazing, and I ended up doing a trick to get it originally, but I don't have one anymore. Obviously, I don't have one at all. I don't have one that's ridden. Obviously, nobody has one that's brand new that I know of. And but yeah, first scooter, and I'm so glad I kept this. Like I said previously, if you have your first scooter or any old scooters, keep them, because you will be very, very thankful that you did keep this later on in your life. But we're here at the skate park. I want to ride my board a little bit. I want to ride my scoot just a little bit and get in there. Let's get a couple clips and have a good time.
Look who it is. Comment below if you guys miss Bertha, and look who's right next to her, Fiona. So we have the 2 girls side by side.
I don't think that's ever happened, to be honest. Bertha's either always in the garage or Fiona's always in the garage, but I know we're not at the skate park right now. I didn't get any clips because the skate park actually was closed. The dudes that were in there, they were just cruising. They jumped over the fence, and I didn't necessarily want to do that, so I didn't ride, unfortunately. But obviously it was Easter. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be closed, but there's people in there, so I thought it was open, but anyways, moving on. We're back at the house right now. It's actually the next day, which is why I don't have the same shirt on, so don't go and start commenting he changed his shirt. Doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna go inside and start editing right now. Today is gonna be an interesting day. I'm gonna go cruise over, hang out with Steve. I gotta fix my scooter because tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, is gonna be it's nitro. So when this actually comes out, that will be your guys' today. But I gotta go fix my scooter because, as you can imagine, riding big giant ramps like that takes a huge toll on your scooter. So I gotta go change bearings. I gotta change like grip tape. No, I was gonna say I was gonna put some new wheels on, but my wheels are still good. Grips maybe need to be changed because they get burned through because that resi is really hot and all that stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna go inside, start editing, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching and liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know, and let me know what else you guys wanna see. But until tomorrow, I'm out. Later.